name is Laura. If you're new here, if you're not, thanks for joining us again. Today I'm going to do a plant tour. I have over 100 houseplants, I think probably over 150 houseplants, but I haven't counted recently, in my home. So I'm super excited to walk around and show you where I have all my plants and what plants I group together and where certain plants are happy in my home. Let's get started. We'll start in the living room here. Right over in this corner, I have my corn plant. I believe it's a type of Dracaena, but I don't want to say something that's wrong, so I'm not actually quite sure. It has some yellowing on the tips of the leaves because I did overwater it when I first got it. I didn't really know what I was doing, and all the leaves fell off this guy, but he's been growing since. He's been really happy since, so I think I finally got his care figured out, and he looks a lot happier now. Right behind him, this is a south-facing window. I have a Peperomia Obtusifolia. This is a plant I usually don't keep in a south-facing window, but since it's winter, it's not getting that much light. Probably in the spring I'll move it back a little bit. I have, oh my goodness, this corn plant has such big leaves. I have an orchid here. It's been kind of sad. I got it from my parents as a gift, as a housewarming gift when we moved into this house. And so I've been trying to keep it alive, but if anyone has any orchid tips, please let me know. I think I underwatered it. I don't know. Hopefully it'll perk back up. Behind this TV, I have a bunch of Hoya bilobata cuttings that I am trying to propagate. I'm trying this new method of putting them on a damp paper towel and sticking them in a plastic bag and putting them in front of a brightly lit window. Hopefully this will work. I don't know. I put these out a couple days ago, so none of them have rooted yet, but I'll keep you updated. Right next to that, I have a Sansevieria moonshine cutting that I am trying to propagate. It broke off of my main mother plant, so I thought instead of throwing it away, I'm gonna try to propagate it. I've never propagated snake plants before, so we'll see how that goes. And right next to that, I have my Fiddle Leaf Fig. You saw this one in one of my videos, in one of my hauls. It's doing really well. It's actually really happy I put out this new leaf, so hopefully it'll stay really happy. Right over here, I have my Bonnie spider plant. It's not super happy. I don't know why. I have such bad luck with spider plants. Like, I know they're categorized as some of the easiest plants to take care of, but I just have not had any luck with them. I've killed so many spider plants. I don't know what my problem is. Right over here, I have a little propagation jar where I am propagating Philodendron painted lady. I love this plant so much. I wish I could find a full-size one, but I haven't found one, so I found a cutting. I'm hoping it's starting to root, so I'm hoping it'll grow. And then I have a couple Monstera Deliciosa little baby cuttings that I'm propagating as well. Right up front here, I have an Alocasia Poly. I love alocasias. They're some of my favorite plants. I know they can be kind of finicky and difficult at first, but once you get the hang of the care and like understand what they like, I feel like they're pretty straightforward and they're all pretty similar. This new leaf just unfurled or is finishing unfurling. It's so big. I love this plant so much. Definitely one of my favorites. I'm gonna get some puppy cameos here and there. Over here on my coffee table, I have my Philodendron Hope. I love, love, love the splits on this plant and how the leaves are kind of ruffly, and I know as it gets older, the splits get like more dramatic or drastic, so I'm really excited for this plant to continue getting big. Like, this is a little baby leaf. This is more of a mature leaf. I think they're such a cool shape, and the leaves get really big. This is still a pretty small plant. I think it's in a 4-inch pot. Those leaves are already massive. I have it in a cash pot, and this is one that I do like to bottom water. Moving over to the other side of my coffee table, I have a Calathea Musica. I love the patterns on this leaf. I guess on all the leaves. I love the undersides of them. They feel kind of velvety on the undersides, or leathery, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it. Also, sorry, my nails look terrible. But I just, oh my goodness, I love this plant. Another one I have in a cash pot. Moving you over to this little corner, So this is in the corner between a south-facing window and an east-facing window, so it gets a lot of bright, ambient, non-direct light all day. So these are my plants that love that. My cactuses I plan on moving outside in the spring once it gets a little bit warmer, but as you saw, it is just a barren iceland out there, so cannot move those out there. So they sit here. They're actually really happy here, so I don't know. Keep them here. This is my Monkeytail Cactus. You might have seen these in hanging baskets. I got these cuttings from a friend. Hopefully they'll grow. I got this little cactus from one of our neighbors when we moved into this house. It was probably about this tall when I got it. Like it barely reached the ledge of the pot. And that was in September, so it's grown a ton. I love it. It's so cute. I have my Syngonia Maria. It has one sad leaf. I should probably just cut that off. Over here, I have this little cactus. I got this from a buy-sell trade group on Facebook. And when I got it, it had a bunch of leaves. It was a cutting, so it wasn't rooted. But as soon as it rooted, it dropped all its leaves, and now it's starting to grow a new little leaf. So I think it's happy. Back here, I have a variegated cactus. I think this is an Opuntia, I think is what it's called. I'm not sure. But I love the little variegation on it. It looks like little fireworks or something. Super cute. Here I have a Syngonium. I know you've seen this in one of my videos. I, again, don't remember what kind of Syngonium this is. It looks a little droopy. I'll probably water it after this video. I love Syngonium. They're just so easygoing. So cute. Back here, I have my white butterfly Syngonium. I actually got this one in the mail from a seller online. And I was a little bit worried because it shipped all the way from Florida and I didn't think it was going to make it like alive, but it did. It's very happy. Super cute. I love this leaf. Look how cool that is. Syngonium are so cool. They're so cool. Such underrated plants. Okay, moving you over to this table. I have my Monstera Deliciosa propagations. So this is kind of a sad story. I got this Monstera Deliciosa from someone in a buy-sell trade group, and they told me it was like a rooted plant, and I got like a 6-inch pot with all this whole Monstera Deliciosa in it. It was really big and bushy, and then I started just watering it, caring for it, and the leaves started getting really sad and droopy. You can see this one is a really good example of it. Like I can fold the leaf completely. Like we'll probably fold it into little squares. It's so sad. And so I took it out of the pot to check the roots. It was not rooted. She had just taken a bunch of cuttings from her mother plant and stuck them in a pot. And a bunch of them did not make it because they weren't rooted. Here's another sad one. So all the pieces that I could salvage, I'm trying to root them now. I have them in these little jars. So hopefully they'll make it. Hopefully. I don't know. I'm really sad about that. I really love Monstera Deliciosa. Right behind that, I'll pull it out so you can have better lighting. I have this little Sansevieria or snake plant. I heard they got reclassified as Dracaenas, but haven't looked into it too much. Super cute. I forget what type this is. Back here, I have a moonshine Sansevieria or snake plant. I have my little fungus net trap back there, the little sticky traps. I had a fungus net infestation probably about like 6 months ago now, and I haven't removed it. And so you can see all the little dead bug carcasses because I'm just nervous about removing it and then having all the fungus gnats come back. But yeah, that's this table. And then moving you into the dining room is where my big Monstera Deliciosa is. It's so big and cute. Some of the leaves are like turning to face the light. So this plant gets like some light from the south facing window, a lot of east facing light, and then I have a north facing window back there. So it's getting a lot of indirect bright light. Like this room is brightly lit all day, and I think it's been super happy because since I've put it in here, it put out some kind of messed up leaves, but it's put out like 5 or 6 new leaves. And this is the middle of January, people, so it's a very happy plant. It's got some big ones, even though it's not all the way mature. Some big leaves. I love this plant. Up here, I have my Cebu Blue that I talked about in my last video. Such a cutie. My Orchid Cactus. I think I also talked about this in my last video. I could be wrong though. Another cutie. And over here, I have my Hoya Crimson Princess. It has some really interesting variegation on some of the leaves. Some of them are kind of reverted. So it just has like little speckles. It almost looks like just like a green carnosa. Some of them are like half moon. They're kind of weird, I don't know. But then it has a lot of the like regular variegation and the pink stems that the princess is known for. Here I have my Rattlesnake Galatia. I think I showed this in a haul, I'm not sure. I love the purple undersides of the leaves. And this one opens and closes a lot depending on what time of day it is. Back here I have my lemon lime Maranta or prayer plant. I am going to try to start watering it with distilled water because it is getting those burnt tips. And I don't really care too much about burnt tips, but this plant was just looking so cute and now it's getting a couple burnt tips. So I bought a bunch of distilled water and I'm going to try watering it that way. But a cutie. I have these three plants hanging over here. This is my Marble Queen Pothos. I've also heard these referred to as Snow Queen, and what I've heard is the difference between Snow Queen and Marble Queen. They're the same plant, but the Snow Queen just tend to have more white on them while the Marble Queen has more green. I don't know. I bought it as a Marble Queen, so that's what I'm gonna call it, but she's a cutie. Over here, I have a little propagation of a Hoya Australis. When I got it, it only had these two bottom leaves. It had this whole long tendril up here, but it had no leaves up there. And in the past like 2 weeks, it has put out all those 4 leaves. So I think it's super happy over here. Over here, I have my Ripsalis. It is also commonly known as a mistletoe cactus. Super, super, super easy plant. Super easy to propagate. You literally just like take a chunk off, stick it in dirt. Like don't keep it super wet and it'll grow a new baby plant. On my dining room table, I have this Madagascar palm cactus or something like that. It had a bunch of leaves, like it almost looked like a palm tree, but it just went dormant for the winter. So it dropped all its leaves and then they'll grow again in the spring. Super cool plant. And this is another one we put outside or we put on our front porch. So it gets a lot of direct, like southern facing light in the summer and in the spring, but it is way too cold to do that right now. So it just sits here. Over in my bathroom, I have, oh, you can see my reflection really bad, sorry. I have a little pup from one of my snake plants. It's actually from my Big Mama plant that I showed in my last video. Right next to it, I have my ZZ Raven. Super cute. It's growing a new stem or a new little stalk. And these come in bright green and then turn like black as they mature. And over here I have another Sansevieria or snake plant. And moving you to my kitchen counter. This is gonna be kind of messy. I didn't clean, maybe I should have, I don't know. But back there, I have a little humidifier. It has a bunch of hard water stains on it, whoops. These are all like my humidity loving plants, most of them at least. I have my little Hartley Fern, a super cutie. I should turn this off while I film, this is really annoying. My Hartley Fern, all these like big leaves it has put out since I got it. I love it. I love it. Over here I have a slightly crunchy Staghorn Fern. It was crunchy when I got it, so not my fault that it's crunchy, but the tips just kind of like crumble off. I'm hoping it'll be happier. This leaf is happy. Yeah, that's my little Staghorn Fern. Over here I have a Crocodile Fern, another lovely plant. I love how textured the leaves are. And it really does look, oh, focus. It really does look like reptilian, which is why they call it the Crocodile Fern. Up here I have my Hoya Pubicalyx on a big trellis. This is one of my pride and joys. Oh, I should have turned that light off back there. Oh well, I didn't. Sorry for the backlight. I love this plant. Hopefully it will bloom for me this spring. It has a bunch of like tendrils and it grows all crazy. I just love Hoya. Look at that. Look at that. Whoa. I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, this is my Hoya pubic calyx. Moving you over here, I have I think this is a golden goddess philodendron. It's an upright philodendron. This is another one that was attacked by my fungus gnat infestation, but it doesn't have fungus gnats anymore, but you can see 2 little dead bugs on there. Gross, my bad. And just putting out a bunch of new growth up here. This is a new leaf, super cute. I think this is a new leaf, super cute. It has a new leaf coming out up there. On my counter over here, I just have 2 little plants. I just haven't found a better spot for them. This is a little green snake plant I got as a gift. And this plant is a very sad story. I ordered it online and it came just a mess. I ordered it and they didn't have an option for a heat pack. I thought, I don't know, it's probably my fault. I thought they would put one in if they didn't have the option to add one, but they didn't. They didn't put one in. And all the leaves got like fried from the cold. I'm really sad about it. It's my little it's supposed to be a pink Syngonium, but tell me that looks pink to you. It doesn't, it looks brown. This is a dead plant, but I'm holding on. It's in this little kind of cash pot. I'm holding on to hope that this growth down here is okay and that it will grow again. I haven't checked the roots because I didn't want to disturb it and send it more into shock than it already is. I've had it for a couple days now and like it hasn't perked up. I don't know. Kind of sad about this one. So I was really excited for it. But it's just sitting here. Well, hopefully it recovers. Moving you over here, I'd say this is where the bulk of my plants are. So we're gonna go through them one by one slowly. And I have my little grow lights here. I think I'm gonna turn them off so that everything doesn't look purple maybe. Up front here, I have a Philodendron Birkin. It's putting out this new little leaf. It's coming out really white. I don't know why it's growing so kind of wonky and it looks like it has another leaf on the way. So super cute. I love it. Kind of a leggy plant. I got it in a buy-sell trade group, and honestly, when I got it, it had spider mites, and I was really sad, so I had to quarantine it somewhere where it wasn't super brightly lit, so it lost some of its variegation on these bottom leaves, but I'm hoping these new leaves will come in with a lot of variegation, especially because it's kind of right under one of my grow lights, so I'm hoping that that'll be a happy plant. Over here, I have my, Philodendron bipennifolium. Pretty sure this is a bipennifolium. So this was a top cutting I got that is rooted. I think it needs water. I have 2 big mature leaves on it, and I have 1 little leaf coming in. Over here, I have a little Philodendron Silver Sword. I'm actually trading this one tomorrow with someone from a buy-sell trade group for a Scindapsus Trubii Moonlight. Back here, I guess I'll move some things out of the way so that we can see everything. Back here, I have a Rhaphidophora Hoya. I want to put it up so that this is a shingling plant, and I would like to put it up on a board so that it can shingle, but I haven't gotten around to it. But super cute plant. I love this plant. It's in a cash pot as well. This plant back here is my Alocasia Maharani. It got some cold water on it, which I think burned the leaves, and so now it kind of looks like has little like bullet holes in it. So sad, but that's okay. I was misting my plants and I used really cold water when I usually use room temperature water, so that's on me. It has a bunch of little holes all around the little leaves, but love my Alocasia Maharani. Super cute. I think you saw this in a haul already. I love this plant. Back here is a sad story. This is my Philodendron burl marks. I'll kind of pull it forward so you can see it better. I also got this one in the mail. I don't know if I'll ever learn my lesson about ordering plants in the mail in the winter, and the answer to that is no, because I just ordered 8 new Hoyas yesterday. Please pray to the plant gods that they make it here alive. But it's gonna drop all these leaves. I guarantee it's gonna drop all of these leaves. But it looks like it has some active growth, so like right here, this looks like a new leaf coming in. Maybe right here, this looks like some active growth. So I'm hoping that even though it's probably gonna drop all these leaves, like it's definitely dropping all the ones that are yellow. Maybe some of these will be saved. Probably not. But I'm hoping that even if it drops all the leaves, or when it drops all the leaves, it'll still be a healthy plant that'll grow more leaves for me in the spring. It came semi-rooted in moss, so I kept it in the moss. I've had it for probably about a week now, and it just looks worse every day, so sad plant. Over here, I have my Ficus Taniki. I think you saw this in a haul too. This is my Ficus Taniki. It's been doing well, other than I guess I just discovered this like little spot on it. Maybe I'll just take this leaf off, I don't know. It hasn't dropped any leaves. I heard that these are temperamental and will sometimes drop leaves, but mine didn't, so super cool. Love it. Back here, I have my Pilea peperomoides, my bad, something like that. This is a cutie. I used to have a couple of these and I literally didn't know how to take care of them, so all the leaves would like turn into like little cups and then they would fall off, and then I just had like a stem. So I learned how to take care of them, and this one's putting out 2 babies, 1 baby there, 1 teeny tiny baby there. And it's a happy plant. It's a very happy plant. Over here I have my big Philodendron silver sword mama plant. It's a happy plant too. I love this plant. This leaf just unfurled. That's why it doesn't look as silver as the rest, but it will get there. It has some leaf damage, but this leaf is unfurling here. It's a happy plant. I love it. Yes, I'm gonna say I love it after every single plant because I love all my plants. All right, let me move my little Ficus Taniki out of the way. Back here, I have, focus, a little Alocasia Fry Duck. It has some sad leaves. I got it that way from a buy-sell trade group, but it's starting to grow some really happy leaves. When I got it, it was just these 3 leaves, and they just looked kind of sad. They look, I don't know if you can tell, they look kind of like curled, like they're kind of cupped inwards. But then these leaves are coming in, and they're starting to look more like the mature Fry Duck, so I'm really excited. I used to have a really beautiful Fry Duck. I got it as a rehab, and I really thought I could bring it back, and this is what it looks like now. It's not great. It dropped, it had a huge leaf, it just dropped it, and I mean, it was full of bugs when I got it as a rehab. It doesn't have, obviously it doesn't have any bugs anymore because I have it with all my other plants, but it's not a happy plant. I don't know what's wrong with it. So hopefully this guy will grow and be happier than that guy. Back here, I have my Black Velvet Alocasia. Nothing much to say about that one. Super cute textured leaves. Move that forward. Back here, I have my Philodendron Micans on a little trellis. When I got it, I think both sides just went like to here. So it's grown a ton. It's super happy. I forgot to mention this. I think this is a west-facing window. So this is like pretty bright light. Again, I'm in Minnesota, so it's very, very cold and like wintry right now, so we're not getting a ton of light. So I do have a little artificial grow lights over here too. But probably in the summer, I'll move those grow lights to maybe a north-facing window or something to help those plants out. Back there, I have a, oh, what is this called? Black Beauty Alocasia. Oh, Miss Fry Duck, get out of the way. I have a Black Beauty Alocasia. These are super cool. When I got this, it didn't have any leaves, so it's grown 3 leaves. The leaves get kind of like a black shadow, like a grayish black shadow as they mature. It's a neat plant. Up here, I think this is a Pixie Lime Peperomia Variegata, something like that. Don't come for me if I get the names wrong. This needs water, you can see, because if you try to fold the leaves and there's like no resistance. I think Nick on YouTube here talks about that a lot, like how he knows when to water his plants. I think he calls it the taco test. It's a really good way to know when to water your plants. So if you try to like fold them up and there's like no resistance, like fold them up like a little taco, it's time to water. So I think it's time to water this guy. Moving you along, I have a little, I think this is a Haworthia, I'm not quite sure. Actually, I'll pull him out from back there so you can see him. Oh, he's in a cute little hedgehog pot. I used to have a little hedgehog when I was younger, so I have a love for hedgehogs. This is my little Haworthia, got a little dirt inside in the middle. I love this plant, it's so cool. It looks like it's made out of wax almost. This is when you don't water very frequently. I think I've had it like almost a year, and I've watered it like maybe 5 times. So stick that right back there. Oh no, caught one of my leaves. Okay, hold on, let me prop that leaf back up. There we go. Okay, right next to that, focus, I have some lithops, or what I call my little butt plants. This one flowered for me this year, but the flower died now because it's winter, but I was so happy about that one. This one has a little baby coming out of it. So these plants are super cool. They like shed their outer skin and then a new one will come in. That happened over here. Here's some more lithops. This one did that already. Oh, there's so many plants in the way. Can't show you anything. So as you can see, it has like the skin from the old plant like right there. Super cool. So I have 2 little pots of lithops. Moving you forward here, I have my Philodendron Brantianum, another one that got attacked by my fungus gnat infestation. There's some dead bugs. I don't know why I keep showing you my dead bugs. I guess I'm kind of proud that I killed them all because the fungus gnats are gone. Super cute. When I got it, it was a rehab. So I got it really fairly priced because it was a rehab. It dropped all the leaves down here when I got it. I think it hated me, or it hated its last owner and was just taking revenge on me. I don't know. It put out this new leaf, but it's like kind of damaged. I don't know. It's putting out another leaf, so hopefully that one will look better. Right here, I have my Monstera Siltipicana. I don't know. It has some really big leaves down here. I think you saw this in a previous video. I'm not sure though. And it has a lot of new growth, like a lot. Like I think it's almost doubled in size since I got it. It's a true cutie. Back here, I have a little circle cactus. I don't know what the heck its real name is, so I'm gonna call it a circle cactus. In this corner, I have another sad story. This is my Peperomia Pastrata, or string of turtles. Believe it or not, this used to be a string of turtles. Now it's like 4 dead turtles. I don't know how to take care of this plant apparently. It's just very sad. Back here, I have a propagation. This is a Hoya Crinkle 8. I keep it in sphagnum moss, and then I fill this little dish with water about once, I don't know, every 2 or 3 days when I see that it's empty. So it's empty right now, so I'll probably fill it with water after this. And I also have, hiding underneath some of the leaves here, ooh, a variegated string of hearts propagation. Hoping that little guy will grow because he's so cute. This won't focus, but he's so cute. I just ordered a big Hoya Crinkle 8 because I got impatient waiting for this one to root. It does have some roots. I checked it not too long ago. It has some roots, but it is not ready to be potted up yet. Over here in this little snail planter, I have a little succulent. I don't know what type of succulent it is. Don't ask. I'm not great with plant names. Sorry. Up here, I have this hanging Hoya. It was sold to me as a Billabata, but I'm pretty sure it's a Burtonay because I have a Billabata and it does not look like this. But I guess the only real way to like confirm what kind of plant it is to look at the blooms, and it has not bloomed for me because I just got it. So it hasn't bloomed for me yet. It has a ton of active growth points. I'm hoping it'll bloom for me this summer. It was kind of overwatered when I got it, so I took the little like dish out from underneath it, and I'm trying to see if it'll just like dry up, because Hoyas hate being just like sitting in wet soil, and I don't want it to die on me. Moving over here, I have the names on there. Placeapolis Nelly, Placeapilos Nelly, Nellii? I don't know. I had 2. One of them shriveled up. It wasn't getting enough light. Got really sad. It was purple. I loved it. Shriveled up. But this one has not shriveled up. Yay. Over here, I have a climbing aloe. It was leaning towards the light, so I scooched it around, and I'm hoping it'll start straightening up a little bit. Up here, I have a euphorbia. It's one of the purple ones. I like it a lot. Over here I have a little type of, I think it's a type of aloe or maybe a type of Haworthia. I don't know. It has a bunch of little pups coming in. And by a bunch I mean one. Back here I have a sad story of a golden pothos. I'm picking another one up today. I tried to grow this one from cuttings, but I think I potted it too soon. Some of the leaves are doing okay, but some of them are just look like this. Not great. Over here I have my Homolomina Emerald Gem. And in front of it, another, oh, scooch that back, another victim of my fungus gnat attack was my wide leaf Adansonii. It's just a little baby plant, but it really got by those bugs. But it's putting out a bunch of new leaves. Now let me scooch it forward so you can see it better. All these leaves here in the center are new. This is an old leaf, but this whole like stem in the center, it's growing 1, 2, 3 new leaves, and then it's growing a 4th one. I think this is a new leaf. So they're looking healthier. Some of the leaves got sad when it got a bug attack like this one. This one just got sad. Same with this one. But it looks happy now, so pretty happy about that. I got that as a cutting. I think it was like 4 or 5 like node cutting from someone in a buy sell trade group on Facebook, and it has grown so much. And I got it this winter, so it's not even the growing season, and it has grown so much for me. Over here I have more little propagation vessels. In this one I have a Mandula pothos. I have an Exotica, Scindapsus Exotica. I have a Hartley Philodendron. I have this stem I just took off of my Philodendron Brazil because it was growing such just like leafless stems, so I just cut that off. And then over here I have a propagation of my Philodendron Silver Sword. I was repotting my plant and I actually knocked this piece off and I almost cried. I legit almost cried. But I guess now I get to propagate it, so. The leaves are so pretty. Look at that color. It's literally just like silver. So pretty. Gotta pull out my stool so I can show you my plants up here. Over here I have a little string of hearts propagation. I propagated this from like one vine and it's starting to grow. Get a new like little growth point in there. I don't know if you can see it. This got so long. Oh, focus. This got so long that it was like touching the counter down here, so I had to just like wrap it around this. So it looks kind of goofy, but whatever. Up here I have my, I don't know, pinstripe, beauty star, something Calathea. It's a sad Calathea. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's sad. Over here I have a little Australis. It went dormant, I think. It had like 8 maybe little like stalks coming out of it, and then they all kind of fell off. So hopefully in the spring it'll look happier. Behind it I have some type of philodendron, maybe a black cardinal. I'm not quite sure. If anyone knows, please let me know. Can't really see my camera right now, so I don't know what I'm showing you. That leaf back there was so nasty when I got it that I literally just cut off all the nasty pieces on it. I don't know if that was the right thing to do or not. But this plant, I got it at a big box store and it was just like not a happy plant. Whatever. Up here I have a Peperomia, I don't know, quadrangulara I think is what they're called. Another plant that had spider mites when I got it. I get all these plants from buy-sell trade groups and I think they're like a steal of a deal, and then they all have bugs. And then I have to isolate them. And the only place I have to isolate them is in my basement, which is cold and dark, and then they drop all their leaves. But look at that, it's growing. Why is my hand so shaky? It's growing new leaves. It won't focus and my hand won't stop shaking. I don't know. So it's growing new leaves, yay for that. Over here I have a little propagation of my mom's Hartley Philodendron. It has teeny tiny leaves. Look at those, they're so cute. But her plant got really sad, and so I told her I would cut it up and repropagate it for her, and it's been growing, so yay. I'll be giving that back to her soon. Over here I have my variegated umbrella tree. Look at how cute that is. A lot of my plants I keep in their nursery pots until the spring. I'll either put them in a cache pot or just keep them in their nursery pots until the spring. I'll be repotting them. I just don't think it's worth trying to repot them right now. Let me scoot my little stool over because otherwise I cannot reach up there. Back there, I have a Scindapsus Exotica. It's like bending towards the light. Maybe I'll rotate it a little bit. When I got it though, it has grown so much. When I got it, it was just these leaves down here and it's grown all these like stems up. So I'm hoping it will start trailing soon. Because I got one from, I've just had bad experiences apparently with buy-sell trade groups. I've had really good ones too, but I got one from a buy-sell trade group and it was so overwatered that within like a week, the roots just like, literally just like crapped out on me. So I was pretty sad about that. This is my Hoya bilobata. So, I mean, you can look at the difference between these leaves. I don't know, it just doesn't look like the same plant to me. They're supposed to be, apparently. This is a bilobata for sure, that has been confirmed. I don't think that's a bilobata, I think it's a Bartnei, or like a DS70 or whatever. If anyone knows like a good way to tell the difference between the two, please let me know, because there's no way these are the same plant. There's no way. I don't know. This has some sun-stressed leaves, which I think looks super cute. They turn kind of purple. Put that back up there. Right here, I have my Hoya Compacta. I've killed so many of these, but I think I finally got the care down. They are really easy to overwater, and I think that's how I've killed them in the past. Back here, I have a little like prickly pear or bunny ear cactus, something like that. Here I have my string of needles. This is very similar to the string of hearts, but the leaves are just like little lines. Oh, got dirt on my finger. Little needles. So that's back there. Up front here is a Peperomia Hope. Looks like had like a couple leaves got like chunks bitten out of them or something. They didn't, I promise. Over here, I have my Hoya Ratusa. It looks really similar to the string of needles, so I like having them next to each other. I don't know why. I just like it. Over here, I have Peperomia Ripple, but it's a variegated version of one. It has one leaf that grew back, not variegated, so I might cut it to try to promote more of the variegation. That's the newest leaf that came out. So. My hand's so shaky today. I haven't had my coffee yet. It's too early this morning. But the leaves are so cute. All right, time to scooch my stool again. Okay, over here I have a Hoya Chelsea. Back there, another plant that got by my bugs was, this was a Hoya Crimson Queen, but it reverted. And it has no, like barely any variegation left. I don't know if you can see that. Literally, this is all new growth over here and they're all green. So I ordered another queen. Hopefully it will come and be alive. I guess these leaves still have a little bit of the variegation left, but like barely. Over here, I have a Variegated. Yeah, back there, I have kind of a wonky looking carry. It has like one heart-shaped leaf, and the rest of them are just like, I'm gonna be my own shape. Up front here, I have a little succulent propagation. Back here, I have my Hoya Obtusifolia. It's a bunch of little plants that I planted together. It has a new leaf coming in, but, oh, there it is. Ha, it's such a cutie. So all the little plants that are in there are in like different conditions. Like this one was a rehab, so it looks kind of like floppy and sad, but some of them are like really healthy. This one got dropped, so it has kind of some damage on it. But I'm hoping it'll grow. I also ordered another one because, oh, that leaf is so pretty, but it's so dirty. I ordered another one because I'm impatient. Okay, over here I have this succulent that I got for Christmas. It's called a key lime pie. I don't know what the actual name of it is, but it has a bunch of new growth. So I think it's happy. I have it right under my grow light, because I know succulents love light. Put that one back without killing all my other plants. I don't know why I keep pulling them out. Like, you can see them. Back there I have my Hoya carnosa. This is just my green one. Over here I have my Hoya shepherdii. This one was not doing much for me, and now it's starting to grow some new leaves, so I'm pretty excited about that. Over here I have another string of hearts. Just a regular string of hearts, and it just trails down a little bit, right to there. And that's all the plants in my kitchen. Wow, that took a long time. Oh, focus. Let's see if you can get, there we go, a shot of that. Taking you up the stairs here. Let me get, oh, that light did nothing. Oh well. This is a south-facing window, but it's kind of like a frosted window. So this gets like dappled light. Is one of my ZZ plants. I have another Bonnie spider plant. Another sad, sad story. I don't know why I can't keep these alive. I don't know why I keep getting them if I can't keep them alive. I think I might have overwatered it. I don't know. That's a west-facing window right there, so it's getting some like bright indirect light. Tell me if that's wrong. It had a bunch of babies when I got it. I guess it still has some. But it had a bunch of babies when I got it, and then they all just shriveled up. Someone help me with this plant. How the heck do you take care of spider plants? Why am I the only person on the planet who can't keep them alive? Why? 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 But that's that guy. He's a cutie, except for he's kind of dead. Taking you into my office, I have my Variegated Wax Ivy. I just got this one like this week and didn't realize until I brought it home that it is covered in mealybugs. So I treated it. I watered it with diluted hydrogen peroxide. I went through every single leaf and every single like little stem and wiped it with rubbing alcohol, and then gave it like a big wash with water. Hopefully it'll start feeling better. I don't know. It's kind of isolated in this corner because I don't want it infecting the rest of my plants. Over here, this is my desk. I apologize for the mess. But this, again, it's real life, people. This is how I live. I'm a student. I have a mess on my desk. But anyway, this is my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. This is a really, really cute little guy. Over here, I have another Hoya pubic calyx. It has a big tendril coming out of it. I'm hoping that my Hoyas will bloom. I don't know. Up on this shelf, I have my diploma from my undergrad. Woohoo! And I have a couple different cacti. I don't know what any of these are, so I'm not even going to try to guess. Up here, I have another Scindapsus Exotica. This is the only piece that I could salvage from the one I was telling you about that just like was rotted when I got it. Pretty sad. Over here I have my string of hearts. This one trails all the way down basically to my desk. It used to trail all the way to my desk, and then I just cut it the other day because I kept running into it when I was trying to study. And it's also wrapped around the top a couple times. This is a beauty. I love it. Over here, I have a cactus. This is a Costa Farms plant. It wasn't labeled like what it is. It's kind of dirty. I should have wiped it. It has some hard water stains, but whatever. It has like a little arm. They had like 5 of these, and I picked this one because it has a little arm. I don't know what kind of cactus this is, so if you know, let me know. Down here, I have a guest area. This is the one that has a bunch of little babies. To the left, I think this is a type of aloe. I could be wrong. And to the left of that, I have my Philodendron Brazil. And then in my office, I also have my reptiles. And if you would like to see a little tour of their enclosures or anything, or if you would like to meet them, let me know. I can do a video about them. They are in bioactive enclosures. Last but not least, in the office, I have these little cactus in a little Erlenmeyer flask terrarium. And then I have, sorry, it's super backlit, these little mummy cactus. That's what I call them. I don't know if they have, I mean, I'm sure they have another name, but I call them my little mummy cactus. So those are just over here by the south-facing window. Moving into my bathroom. It's kind of messy, but And hanging on my shower rod right now, I have two new plants that I have quarantining. I have a Ruby Cascade Peperomia and a Tradescantia Nanook. I have a Holiday Cactus. This one was in my last video. And then moving up to my shelves, I have Sansevierias, or snake plants. So this one I think was in my last video as well. And then I have this one. And then way up there I have that one. Again, not super great with snake plant names, so I don't know what type of snake plants these all are, but that's kind of what's on that shelf. Coming into my bedroom, I have my Stromanth Trio Star over here. My bedroom has one north-facing window, and this is pulled probably about 10 feet from the window, so it does get very, very dappled light. It might like more light, I don't know. We'll see. It has some kind of crispy edges, but I just recently put a humidifier in here, so hopefully that will help. It's such a pretty plant. To my bookshelf, I have my large ZZ plant, which I believe was in my last video. So let me turn the light on in here. Well, that helps. And then I have another snake plant, or Sansevieria, which I think was also in my last video. And then I have this big moonshine, which I don't know what happened to it right here. I have no idea. I think it got pushed up against something and it has some damage on it, but other than that, I mean, it's doing really well. It's a very pretty plant. Moving over here to my window, sorry, that's pretty backlit. I have, again, this is a north-facing window. Over here, I have my, let me move it so you can see it better. There we go. Hartley Philodendron. This one might have been in my last video, I'm not sure. It puts out a ton of really big leaves. I think it's so pretty. Super fast grower, super happy plant. And then right next to it, I have my Scindapsus Exotica. Then moving over to my dresser, I have an Aglaonema silverado. It has started putting out a new leaf since I got it, so I think it's happy. We'll see, but I might be moving this in case I decide it wants more light, but I just love the kind of like whitish silver variegation on that. And then on the other side of my dresser, I have my peace lily. And this is another kind of newer plant. I wanted to put more plants in our bedroom, but since I do just have that north-facing window, I had kind of a hard time finding plants that liked or were okay with the lower light. And so far, this peace lily is doing okay. We'll see. I might end up moving it in case it hates it here. I hope you enjoyed that houseplant tour. If there's a plant that you really liked, leave it in a comment down below. Also, if you have any questions on any specific plants or plant care for any specific plant or type of plant, I'd be more than happy to make a video about that plant in particular. Just let me know down below and I can make that video for you. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me here again. Leave a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't. It helps me know what kind of content to create for all of you guys who are here watching me and my plants. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will have a new video up for you next week. Bye!